Hi children, now let's continue with the Pythagoras theorem. As I have already told you in previous video, I will show you about square numbers. If I have introduced the square numbers earlier, you may not understand why it is necessary. Now after doing few examples, you know the necessity of this. See, if I get an answer like AB squared, that the hypotenuse square or some square, or like this, AB squared is equal to 169. You should not think what should be AB. Our objective will be to find AB alone, isn't it? So just if you know all these numbers, you can easily locate which number square is 169. Here from this table, which one is 169? Yes, it is 13 squared. AB squared is equal to 13 squared. From this I can conclude AB is equal to 13. So you should write the square numbers, which are called square numbers here. Is it 10 or 11? Sorry, 10 or 100? It's 100, 121, 144. All these numbers are called as perfect square numbers. Okay, you will learn in detail about these numbers and their properties in class 8. But for the time being, it's enough to have a knowledge about this. Okay, in classwork you have to write square numbers till 500 or 600. Okay, it will be good even if you write up to 700. Here I have started with 324. You can go up to 700, even 1000. It means a 19 square, 20 square, 21 square, 22 square. You have to find it, write it out up to 40 square. Up to which you will write 40 square. Okay, it's just a practice for you and to get familiar with the square numbers. Okay, no need to by heart. You will get familiar. Once you are familiar, now it will be easy for you to locate which number square is equal to the answer that we get. Is it clear, my dear children? You have to write square numbers up to 40 squared in your classwork note. Okay. Okay, now shall we continue with the problem of using Pythagoras property? Okay, here it is. Again, it's a question from your text. Just by looking at this triangle, we may think it is not a right angled triangle. Anyhow, I have to find the value of x, isn't it? What is the first thing I should note it to use Pythagoras theorem? Right angle theorem. Here we have right angle. These two sides are equal. It means that these two triangles are congruent triangles. We will talk about this congruence of triangle in next chapter. Okay, it means it overlaps each other. Both the triangles are equal. In other way, I can say that if this is 10 centimeter, half of the triangle, half of the side of this triangle is 10 means the other half is also 10. So I am going to consider only half of this triangle and not the whole triangle. Anyhow, I should name the whole triangle before I get into the problem. Here I say the big triangle to be ABC and this point as D. So I will start with in triangle, in right triangle. R-I-G-H completely you have to write, but I write in simple right triangle A, D and C. Okay. Which is hypotenuse? It's a right angle triangle. Which is hypotenuse? Yes, it is AC squared. AC is the hypotenuse. And by Pythagoras property, we will have AC squared is equal to, what are the other two sides of that triangle? AD squared plus DC squared. Hope you understood. And you know to substitute the value of AC as 37. In previous problem, we found what is hypotenuse. Here they have given the value of hypotenuse and asking us to find the other side. Do you understand the difference between the previous problem and this problem? There we found hypotenuse. Here they have given the hypotenuse and asking us to find the other side. What I am going to find now? It is DC that I am going to find. So let this be x, no, not x. Let it be DC itself. because X is mentioned as BC. I should not use the letter X here. So I will have DC squared as it is. In the place of AD, I will substitute the number 12 square. And here, as per the linear equation method now, I will have DC squared here as it is. And I will transpose this 12 square to this side. So it becomes minus 12 square. 37 square minus 12 square. Is it clear, my dear children? So what is 37 square? It is 1369. You have to do it in your rough column and you will find it. And what is 12 squared? It is 144. If I subtract these two, I will get, subtract and tell me. Yes, we will get 1, 2, 2 and 5, which is equal to DC. Will you stop with that? DC square? No. You should find which number square. See here, even above 1000 you should know. To make it easier now, I will give you a clue. Last two numbers, if it is 25, surely the unit digit of that number square will also be 5. And what makes 12? Consecutive multiplication. Is it 2 3s are 6? 3 4s are 12. So I will write 3 4s are 12. And here if it is 20, I can write this as 4 into 5, isn't it? So you should find the two consecutive numbers so that it has this. If you don't get like that, no, it will not be a perfect square number. It's just a hint for you to find the number easily. So here you will get 35, the smallest number you have to write. If you multiply 35 twice, you will get 12225. Sorry, 1225. And that is DC. DC's value is 35. Will you stop with that? DC is equal to 35? No. They have asked us to find the value of BC fully. So 35 plus 35. What is 35 plus 35? 70. 70 is the value of X. X is equal to 70. Is it clear, my dear children? I have not used any centimeter, anything. Because even they have not mentioned anything. If they have mentioned anything, units is must. Okay. Shall we move to the next question? Here it is. It looks inverted. The same is the case here. Here also they have given the hypotenuse and asking us to find the other side. The same way you will find, I am not going to write all the steps, but you have to write it in your classwork note. Here we will have 144. 12 squared is 144 and 3 3s are 9. The other side is 9. I am not going to consider this triangle. I am going to consider only the second half of this triangle. Okay, here this is the hypotenuse. Here also 90 degree. If this is 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. Opposite to this is hypotenuse. So this hypotenuse square minus 9. I am subtracting. Okay, if I have to find the other sides of a right angled triangle, I have to subtract. If I have to find the hypotenuse, I will square and then add. If I subtract, what will I get? Here 13. Yes, 4. Here it will be 3. And it will be 134. And we will not be able to find the square root. In such cases, you stop with that. Okay, if you are unable to find the square root and it is not a perfect square number, stop with AD squared is equal to so and so. Is it clear, my dear children? Okay, now shall we move to the next question? Here in the next question, we are going to see how this Pythagoras theorem are used in our day-to-day life. Okay, it has a enormous application, many applications. But today we are going to see only two. In next class, I will show you many applications. Okay, here is the first question. A 15-meter long ladder. Hope you would have experienced in climbing up the ladder. It is 15-meter long. Reached a window 12 meter high from the ground on placing it against a wall. If I have to reach that window, I should place it against a wall. Isn't it? Okay. At a distance A, I don't know the distance at which the ladder is placed in the floor. Find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall. Draw a rough diagram immediately that strikes your mind. Immediately. Within 1 minute, just a rough diagram. Whatever comes into your mind. A wall is there, a ladder is there, and it is kept slantingly to reach that window. So window should be there in your diagram and a ladder should be there in your diagram, and write the numbers over the ladder as 15 meter and the height from the floor to the window. So you should have drawn something like floor also. Have you drawn? Just a rough diagram in your rough column. Okay, I will give you a fair diagram now, but I want you to come up with your own imagination. That's more important. Have you drawn? Okay, children. Here is the diagram, and if there is some mistake in it, correct it. Otherwise, you can have your own diagram. Okay. See here. This is the diagram that we have it in your book. It is in your book itself. Okay. Here is the window. I will have window here. To reach this window, I have placed a ladder and it is a distance from the wall. This is wall, and this wall, in this wall we have a window at a height of 12 meter and this ladder is 15 meter. Now do I have a right triangle or not? See here, this wall and the floor is at right angle. So I can make use of Pythagoras property. Here we know hypotenuse is 15 meter. So I am going to subtract or add? Yes, we are going to subtract these two values, squares of these two values. Okay, shall we do it now? See, in right angle triangle ABC, it's very important to name it A, B and C. And you have to write the property like BC squared is equal to AB squared plus AC squared. And we know BC squared is equal to, so sorry children, this is not the right thing. And you have to write BC to be 15 squared, which is equal to AB. Do you know AB? Don't know. So let it be A square. They have given us A, so let it be A square plus what is AC? 12 square. So what is 15 square? See, 5 5s are 25. I will do it very easily. 5 5s are 25. What is the next number after 1? 1, 2, no? So I will multiply with 2. So 1 2s are 2. I will place it in front. So 225 is 15 square. And I know 12 squared is 144. I have to subtract these two. 5 less 4 is 1. 2 becomes 12. And here 1. So we will get 12 less 4 is 8. So A squared is 81. A squared is 81. So what is A? Very good. It is 9 because 9 9s are 81. So the distance from the wall to the ladder is 9 meter. Don't forget to state it. Is it clear, my dear children? Shall we move to the next question? Here the question is, a tree is broken at a height of 5 meter from the ground and its top touches the ground at a distance of 12 meter from the base of the tree. Find the original height. Just by reading once, you will not understand anything. So let us read again. A tree is broken at a height of 5 meter from the ground. From the ground, leaving out 5 meter, the tree has broken. Up to this, it is standing erect. After this, this part of the tree has fell down. And after falling down, surely it will touch the ground. Isn't it? It's the law of gravity. It will not be hanging. It is touching the ground. Okay. So where is that ground? Here. It's the plain ground. So it comes and touches the ground here. Or will it touch here itself, nearby? How far it is tall, that very far away it will touch the ground. Here they have given that touches the ground at a distance of 12 meter. And here it is 5 meter. So I can have a rough diagram. Here 12 meter and this is 5 meter. After this it gets broken and fallen down. Here this is the tree. Okay. Now we got a right angled triangle here. They have given this as 12 and this is 5. And we have to find the original height of the tree. If I know the broken height, I can add these two and find the answer. So this is for you to complete it. So today's work is complete exercise 6.5 up to question number 5 in your classwork now. Okay children. Take care, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.